Hey YouTube, what is going on, you little schmucks? All right, man, with the integration of Warzone happening really soon, man, like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I want to do a video predicting the Warzone 3 or the Modern Warfare 3 Warzone. I don't know what we're calling it, but we want to predict that meta. Now, I did this last year with MW2 going into Warzone 2, and I don't want to gas myself up too much, but I definitely predicted the RPK being meta. All right, y'all, so let's get right into it. First and foremost, I think we're going to see a lot of this gun just because of how easy it is to use. The MCW, aka the ACR. This gun right here is probably overall the easiest gun to use in the game. It shoots so straight. There's no visual recoil whatsoever. I definitely see this as being one of the most popular guns chosen in Warzone 3 or Modern. I don't know what we're calling it. I'm calling it Warzone 3. Also, just a quick side note, I've mentioned this in a video earlier, but this attachment right here, the VT7 Spitfire suppressor, is one you definitely want to have unlocked by the time Warzone 3 comes around. Undetectable by radar, because you are going to be showing up on the map if you're shooting an unsuppressed weapon in Warzone once everything integrates. It gives you recoil control, bullet velocity, and damage range. So this is going to be a lot like the monolithic suppressor from Warzone 1. As you can see, it has great benefits. We're definitely going to want to have this unlocked because this is probably going to be the most used suppressor in the game. Also, another quick side note, this is probably the scope you're going to want to use too. This thing, the Choreo Eagle Eye 2.5 times scope, is super clean. I'll go into the firing range right now and show you. This is probably going to be the look at that. No visual recoil whatsoever, and it's a super clean, just a straight cross. Like, this is gonna be probably going to be the scope meta, if you will. Okay, man, back to the ACR. It's going to be the most used weapon probably right out of the gates in terms of the Modern Warfare 3 integration. And if you come over to the magazine, it's got a 60-round drum. So it's literally checking all the boxes for everything you want in Warzone, man. It's going to be a lot like the Kilo from Warzone 1. Mark my words, you're going to want to have the ACR leveled up. On to the next, we got the HOLGER 5.56. Now, this thing kills faster than the ACR within Modern Warfare 3. Again, with Warzone coming, we don't really know too much about Warzone just yet. If everything's going to feel different than it does in Modern Warfare 3, we really have no idea. But this gun is insane. Now, the only drawback to this gun is it only maxes out as a 40-round mag. That's why I think even though this gun's a little bit better than the ACR, I don't think it will be chosen more than the ACR because that ACR does have that 60-round drum. Okay, now we got my favorite gun in MW3, man, the BAS-B. It's technically a battle rifle. It acts just like an assault rifle. This thing is absolutely gross. It kills so fast, but it is a little bit of a higher skilled weapon because it's got a little more recoil. The fire rate isn't as good as some of the ARs, so it's going to be kind of like the AMAX in Warzone 1 or just recently the cast-off 7.62 in Warzone 2. But those two weapons were a little bit higher recoil, a little bit of a slower fire rate compared to the other ARs, but they hit hard. So if you were a higher skilled player, you could hit your shots, control that recoil with it, you'd be putting people down. And that's what I think the BAS-P is, or the BAS-B is going to come into play. But if you use it enough, get used to it, and have a build like this that completely like makes it a laser beam, this thing's going to be gross. And so this thing comes stock with just a 20-round mag, but luckily it goes up to a 45, which 45, with the way this thing kills, that'll be more than enough. Just like the AMAX, just like the cast-off 7.62, we're going to be just fine with a 45-round mag on the BAS-B. You're going to want to use a gun that's going to be putting people down, but it's going to take a little getting used to. Definitely go ahead, level up this BAS-B. Use it in MW3 a ton. Get used to the recoil. Learn how to control that recoil. Learn how you like it built out. And then you'll be set for Warzone 3. All right, y'all. Now onto the SMGs. Well, I really only have one SMG because one SMG, the Rival 9, stands seemingly so far above all the other ones. All the other subs in MW3 are kind of weak. Even though they just got buffed, they still feel pretty weak. But this Rival 9 across the board is gross. Has a 40 and a 50-round mag, so the ammo situation is taken care of for Warzone. And just overall, this thing is just good all around. It's got good mobility, low recoil. It's got pretty good range for a sub as well, so I definitely think this will be the go-to SMG in terms of Modern Warfare 3 SMGs in Warzone. Hey, y'all, and then last but not least, we got the Longbow sniper rifle. This thing right here is the closest thing we've had to the Kar 98 since Warzone 1, and again, I don't know in Warzone 3 or Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, whatever you want to call it, I don't know how they're going to be treating snipers so far. They really haven't said much about it. Probably in the next week or so, we're going to get a blog post about everything we need to know about Warzone. But I don't know if snipers are going to one-shot But if they are, especially for Resurgence, this is going to be the sniper you want because it's super quick, super fun to use. We got this longbow. This thing's kind of insane. Now, I definitely don't think it's as fast as the Kar 98, but this thing has 30 rounds in its mag, which is unbelievable. And it can even go up to 40, or you can reduce it down to a 10 to make it even faster. This gun's definitely going to be the Resurgence sniper. I don't know about the big map, but Resurgence for sure, because this thing is going to be super fun to use. That being said, like I said, I don't know if snipers are going to one-shot or not. They haven't really... I personally hope they do. I think in Caldera, they had the whole one-shot sniper situation pretty nice. But like, since the Kar 98 was technically like a marksman rifle type sniper, they had it to where it only one shot out to like 50 meters. But if you used a bigger, heavier sniper like the HDR, that would one shot out to like 150 meters or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the best way to balance it. But just having the whole Warzone 2 not having snipers one shot was kind of crazy, because I know how many people like to snipe in Call of Duty, and just saying like, you know, if you're going to play Warzone, you're probably going to be rendered useless if you use a sniper. That's kind of nuts. All right, y'all, and then I do have an honorable mention for an SMG. I got the WSP Swarm. This thing reminds me a lot of the MAC-10, but it definitely doesn't have the range or accuracy the MAC-10 has. It does have insane movement and a super fast fire rate, and it kills really fast up close, but it doesn't beam like the MAC-10 did back in the day. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm kind of iffy on it, because it does have a lot of recoil, especially when you start stretching out the ranges. But up close and personal, this thing kills super fast. It's got insane mobility. It's a lot of fun to use. So this is definitely an honorable mention. If you want a super cracked out mobility type SMG, definitely give the WSP Swarm a go, level this thing up, and have it ready. All right, y'all, so there are my predictions for what will probably be meta in Warzone right when MW3 integrates. If you guys think I missed any guns that you guys think will be nasty in Warzone, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. But man, I am super excited. I'm super ready to get into Warzone, man. I can't wait to play Resurgence with the updated movement and everything. I think we're gonna have a blast. It's gonna be a good year for Warzone, I think. Anyways, y'all, we got double XP all weekend, so get in there, get in that Rust 24/7 playlist, level these guns up, get ready for Warzone. And as always, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one of it.